Good morning, this is K. Devendra Reddy, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Assistant Professor, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about speed control of DC shunt motor. So by armature control method and by field control method, today we are going to conduct the experiment on a DC shunt motor, how to control the speed of a DC shunt motor for above rated speed applications as well as the below rated speed applications. So here with the help of two rheostats, one rheostat is connected in series with the field winding, another rheostat is connected in series with the armature winding. So with the help of these two rheostats, we have to perform armature control method as well as the field control method for controlling the speed of a DC shunt motor. So let us look into the circuit diagram, circuit connections of a DC shunt motor. This is supply side, supply positive terminal and supply negative terminal. Supply positive terminal is connected to positive terminal of ammeter, this is, and negative terminal of the ammeter is connected to line terminal of 3-point stator, and armature terminal of 3-point stator is connected to rheostat, which is of 290 by 2.4 ampere, 290 ohms by 2.4 ampere rheostat. Input side it is connected to armature terminal of 3-point stator. Of armature rheostat, it is connected to armature terminal of shunt motor. And field terminal of Z, field terminal of 3-point stator, it is connected to input terminal of rheostat, which is connected in series with the field winding, and output from the rheostat, it is connected to Z terminal of shunt motor field winding. Next, from the armature terminal of shunt motor, one more tapping from the armature terminal, it is connected to voltmeter positive, it is arranged between 0 to 300, and a negative side of the voltmeter is connected to AA, another terminal of armature of DC shunt motor. So this voltmeter is to read the voltage across the armature, and this is the ammeter, it is connected in series with the field winding of shunt motor. It measures the field current of DC shunt motor. So by these two methods, these two methods, one is the field control method, another one is the armature control method. From these two methods, we have effectively controlled the speed of a DC shunt motor. These two methods meant for different applications. One is flux control method or field control method is applicable for above rated speed applications, and armature control method or armature voltage control method is applicable for below rated speed application. So in this experiment, we need to observe the meter readings like voltage across the armature and field current and the speed of the shunt motor in the two cases. Right? Let us now start the induction shunt motor, DC shunt motor with the help of 3-point starter. Now switch on the MCB. Now I am starting the DC shunt motor with the help of 3-point starter. Now the motor is started. Now the motor is started. It is running less than synchronous speed, or it is running less than rated speed. The rated speed of this motor is 1500 rpm. So it is now running less than that speed. So in that case, I am increasing the speed by. In that case, I am increasing the speed of a DC shunt motor by reducing the resistance of the armature terminals, by reducing the resistance of the armature terminal with the help of rheostat. Now the check speed of the shunt motor. Now check the speed of the shunt motor with the help of a tachometer. See whether it is brings it to 1500 rpm or not. Now set it to 1500 rpm. It is around 1400. Now keep on increasing it to 1500. So now it is around 1500 RPM. Set the rated speed to 1500 RPM. Now I am conducting flux control method first. So in that flux control method or field control method, I am varying the resistance of the field winding with the help of a rheostat. Now initially it is kept at this position. At this position, the speed of the shunt motor is 1500 RPM. Now I am increasing the resistance of the field winding by moving the resistance knob, rheostat knob into a particular steps. So now check the speed. I am increasing the resistance now and check your speed. It is 1540 RPM. Note down the speed value and at the same time note down the field current of the shunt motor. It is around 0.5 ampere. So at 0.5 amperes field current, the speed of the shunt motor is 1540 RPM. Now keep on increasing the resistance of the field winding. Keep on increasing the resistance. Now I am increasing the resistance of the field winding. Now the field current reduces to 0.42. The field current is around 0.42 ampere. Now check the speed. It is around 1584 RPM. And keep on increasing the resistance by moving the rheostat position. Now the field current is 0.4 ampere. The field current now it is reduces to 0.4 ampere. Now check the speed of the shunt motor. It is around 1618 RPM. And one more reading. Again I am increasing the speed by increasing the resistance of the rheostat of the field winding. It is the field current reduces to now 0.38 ampere. Respectively, measure the speed. It is 1644 RPM. Now this is a case of flux control method or field control method of a DC shunt motor. So with the help of the rheostat, I am increasing the resistance of the rheostat. That means I am increasing the resistance of the field winding of DC shunt motor. It causes the increase in speed of the DC shunt motor from the rated speed 1500 RPM to 1644 RPM. You can also increase more than this value. I am giving us some example of 2 to 3 values. How the speed of the DC shunt motor is increases with respect to the flux changes in the field winding. So increasing the field resistance means decreases the field current, means flux decreases. So according to the relation, N is inversely proportional to the flux. So flux is reduces, your speed of the shunt motor is increases. Then here we are verified. Now brings the resistor rheostat position into the normal minimum position. That is, the motor now rotates at 1500 RPM. Now we have to conduct another method of controlling the speed of a DC shunt motor is called armature control method or armature voltage control method. In this case, I am not disturbing the resistance position of the field winding. I am only changing the resistance of the armature. So I am connected one rheostat which is connected in series with the armature of the shunt motor. Now I am increasing the resistance of the armature by moving the resistance position of variable resistor. Now check the speed and the respective voltage values. Now at the instant I am increasing the resistance, the voltage value is reduced to 100 and this is 110 and this is 106 106, and the multiplication factor for this meter is 2. So 106 into 2, it is 212. So now the voltage across the armature terminals is 212, and check the speed for at this instant. Now we check the speed, it is 1384 RPM. So keep on increasing the resistance. Keep on increasing the resistance and increase the resistance again. And check the respective open circuit voltage across the armature. The armature voltage is, now it shows 100. So multiplication factor 2. So 100 into 2, 200 volts at this instant. Similarly, check the speed at this instant. Now the speed is around 1286 RPM. Again, one more step. I will increase the resistance again, and the voltage down, bringing it to 90. So 90 into 2 multiplication factor, it is around 180 volts. The voltage across the terminals, armature terminals, is 180 volts. And check the speed at this instant. Now check the speed at this instant, and it is around 1142 RPM. The one more last. And increases the resistance again in series with the armature. Now the voltage decreases to 80 volts. The multiplication factor is 2. 80 into 2, 160 volts is a voltage across the armature terminals of the shunt motor. And similarly, check the speed at this instant. Now the speed is around 991 RPM, around 997 RPM, right? This is the case, we can control the speed of a DC shunt motor below rated speed applications. Here we calling it as a 1500 RPM is a rated speed. So we can control the speed of a DC shunt motor below the rated value by connecting a one variable rheostat in series with the armature terminals. By increasing the resistance of the armature, it reduces the speed of the DC shunt motor below the rated speed of applications. And also use rheostat in series with the field winding. By increasing the resistance of the field winding, it can increase the speed of the DC shunt motor, because we have a relation speed proportional to voltage drop across the armature, and the speed proportional to, speed is inversely proportional to flux of the DC shunt motor. So by these, one of the two methods, not only these two methods, we have other methods too to control the speed of a DC shunt motor, compound motors. But these are the two effective methods to control the speed of a DC shunt motor, by either armature voltage control or by flux control method. Thank you so much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.